Musa BWOGI, undefeated professional out of Uganda, no stranger to IBA Champions Night events, no stranger to competing on them here in Russia, because back in August in Sepukov, Shadiri Musa BWOGI faced off against the man we have just seen in action, Odiljon Aslonov. And again, those two contrasting styles, but made for a wonderfully entertaining and competitive contest. In his professional career, Shadiri Musa BWOGI undefeated in 6 contests. Former Ugandan super middleweight champion. This contest in the 75kg middleweight division. But BWOGI weighing in at just 70.6 kilograms. And that belying the fact that in the Tokyo Olympic Games, he competed in the 69kg welterweight division. So seldom above his ideal, optimal fighting weight of around 70 kilograms.
Дамы и господа, а сейчас приветствуйте на пути в золотой угол боксер из России Cherav ASHALAEV.
So taking his time on the catwalk is Cherav ASHALAEV, 22 years of age, from right here in Russia. Competing over the longer distance for the first time as a professional tonight. Accomplished operator in the 3-round format of boxing, the back end of last year. From a good run in the European Under-22 Championship, event taking place in Budva. So Cherav ASHALAEV.
Итак, дамы и господа, это второй бой вечера в ринге средней весы. Первым представляю бойца в черном углу. Ему 27 лет, его рост 173 сантиметра. Многократный чемпион своей страны, победитель африканских игр и игр стран Содружества, участник Олимпийских игр в Токио. Не знающий поражений профессиональный боксер с безупречным рекордом 6 боев, 6 побед, 4 нокаутом из Кампала, Уганда, Shadiri BWOGI. Боксеру в золотом углу 22 года, его рост 180 сантиметров. Победитель чемпионата России среди молодежи, действующий чемпион Европы среди боксеров до 22 лет из Буйнакской республика Дагестан, Россия, Cherav ASHALAEV. Рефери боя Валерий Пастухов, Молдова.
So a final look at the tail of the tape.
Первый
The
раунд.
younger man by 5 years and the heavier man by almost 5 kilograms. This is 75kg middleweight action, scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. And if the two boxers appear as though they occupy different weight classes, that is because, in effect, they actually do. Shadiri BWOGI from Kampala in Uganda, operating out of the southpaw stance. Shorter man by what is listed as 3 centimeters on the tail of the tape, but if you believe the tail of your eyes, well, it appears to be a far greater disparity than that. The taller southpaw wearing white is Cherav ASHALAEV, 22 years of age. Competing here with the 6th 3-minute round format after good success in his age group over the 3 3-minute form of IBA boxing. Beautiful reflexes demonstrated while in the pocket from BWOGI, making his man miss Just feinting on the edge of range is the man from Kampala. Nice, strong left cross to the body scored. Looking for the same shot once again is ASHALAEV, and finding the range with it. So BWOGI retreating to a corner, perhaps being forced into a corner before jabbing his way out of there and spinning off counterclockwise to his right. Now employing the half cover guard, protecting his torso with his right arm and just tucking his chin behind that left glove. Plenty of feinting from both boxers as they seek to draw that lead that they can counter, but just dominating the space of center ring is the man who broke the deadlock there by leading off with a right jab. It was countered by a left over the top from BWOGI. There he's looking for that lead left hand out of the southpaw stance once again, but he was inaccurate with it. Left hand to the body once more. He's found the range with that shot repeatedly during the course of this round. There he went looking for it once again as BWOGI counters with a southpaw left of his own to the body during that coming together. Nice right jab upstairs from ASHALAEV. BWOGI scores with a good lead right hand to the torso of his taller opponent. Just short on that attempted 1-2. Grinning that gum shield now is BWOGI. Wonder whether he's beginning to feel the pace with 2.5 minutes gone in this opening round. Remember, he's fighting a man who is practically 5 kilograms heavier than he. Maintaining his presence with good footwork, and then a good right jab again, twice in quick succession before a left cross to the body is ASHALAEV. BWOGI coming forwards but inaccurate with his southpaw left attempted to the head. As ASHALAEV scoring with that long, strong left cross downstairs once again. Overhand left landed on the shoulder as ASHALAEV continues to find a home for that southpaw left cross to the body. Competitive opening round of boxing. But the more the round progressed, the more cheered up ASHALAEV was able to find the range, particularly with his straight punching. Some of the action from that opening round. Partially parried the right jab, did BWOGI, knocking it down with his left hand. You see a right jab to the torso of his own from BWOGI. As you'd expect from a man who's represented his nation on the Olympic stage. Very accomplished operator indeed.
Second round, seconds out. Второй раунд.
Well, the referee not happy with the amount of liquid that's on the canvas near the black corner, asking the Ugandan cornerman just to make some running repairs. So timing called and the second round gets underway. Both boxers taking up residence at center ring. First attack landed is a good right jab to the body, twice in quick succession from BWOGI. ASHALAEV looking for the range of his own, looking to increase the disparity in height between them seemingly is BWOGI. Nice cluster of light punches from ASHALAEV, who then got on his bike using good mount movement on his toes clockwise. And despite being the taller man, ASHALAEV showing no aversion to dropping his punches down to the body. There, BWOGI responded with a good body attack of his own, of scoring shots downstairs. 3-shot salvo from BWOGI, who kept the attack going, and a final left hand did get through, and then it was a beautiful right uppercut to the body, and then a left cross over the top. BWOGI enjoying a terrific portion of the contest before ASHALAEV responds and backs him up towards the ropes, but now it's BWOGI back on flat feet, feinting in front of his man, just on the edge of range. Beautiful right jab to begin that cluster from ASHALAEV, and then a hurtful left hand to the body, turned into a left uppercut from ASHALAEV, and then a jolting lead right jab out of that southpaw stance from ASHALAEV, going over the load-held lead hand of BWOGI. Well, what a round this has been so far. BWOGI starting it in storming fashion before ASHALAEV responding and enjoying success of his own. Just caught low as BWOGI bent at his own waist. BWOGI reaching for a lead right hook, was off the mark, but did score with a right jab to the body that reddened the solar plexus of his taller opponent. So double jab, left cross, just off the mark from ASHALAEV, but he kept the attack going once again. And ASHALAEV just beginning to sit down on his punches now and get more leverage in them. Looking to advance was BWOGI, and he ran into a shot to double up the impact, and then look at the uppercuts between the high-held gloves of BWOGI being scored by ASHALAEV. Terrific accuracy from this relaxed 22-year-old Cherav ASHALAEV, who pushes his man back to the neutral corner just above our commentary position, then scores with a left uppercut, and then turns out a triple right jab. BWOGI responds with a double right jab of his own, pushing off that back foot to get his body weight behind it, but then he's met by a trip hammer of a right jab from ASHALAEV, who keeps the jab going as he walks his man back across the ring. Closing seconds of this second round. Beautiful lead left cross from ASHALAEV. Nice movement from the head by dipping at the knees and bending at the waist from BWOGI, making his man's lead jab miss. Steps in with a flashy jab from his belt line, BWOGI, but he was short of the mark. Terrific second round of boxing, both men enjoying success. It was BWOGI who initiated it before ASHALAEV came back into it. ASHALAEV probably ending the round in slightly stronger fashion. Let's listen into his corner. Some of the action from the second round. Incredibly composed figure up in the ring is ASHALAEV. See BWOGI reaching, but that final right hand did get through, partially blocked by the left glove of ASHALAEV, who's remaining defensively responsible. There's a nice movement in the pocket from the Ugandan boxer.
Seconds out.
So time in court after a slightly tardy exit from the black corner from BWOGI's corner man. Into the third round we go. Nice jab to the body. How about that for sportsmanship from BWOGI? Just acknowledging that the shot was low, so he... Oh, that's a beautiful right hand over the top from BWOGI. Most solid shot of the entire contest. Picked it beautifully, just checking the chin of ASHALAEV. But ASHALAEV barely blinking, keeping his boxing stance beneath him and inching forward once again, only to run into another cracking southpaw left. Beautifully picked punches being scored freely by BWOGI to begin this third round, luring his man into his wheelhouse and walking him onto the shot to double up the impact. BWOGI looking for a left uppercut to his opponent's body, but couldn't find the range. Nice right hook as ASHALAEV has turned orthodox now, showing that he's an adept switch hitter after spending the entirety of the first two rounds as a port-sided boxer, leading with his right hand and right foot. He's now turned to the orthodox stance as BWOGI just drops his hands and flashes that gum shield contemptuously after being tagged by some shots, which he blocked with his defenses. Big swing and a miss, and then countered beautifully by lead left hand as ASHALAEV remains in the orthodox stance, calmly going about his work, pecking and poking with feather-light punches before increasing the volume on those final two. And again, he's boxing with an experience that belie his 22 years. ASHALAEV just long bridging his man with the lead left hand. As BWOGI looking to repeat the success that he enjoyed, and there's the left hand once again out of that southpaw stance. The first two were bombing over hand lefts, that one altogether straight up. As BWOGI just going walkabout, buying himself some time here is the Tokyo Olympian as he turns orthodox now. So from being an all southpaw affair, it was momentarily two orthodox fighters facing off in the ring. Oh, that's a cracking right hand that checks the chin of BWOGI. Landed sweetly by ASHALAEV, keeping BWOGI pinned to the ropes. BWOGI looking to fashion a clinch directly above our commentary position here. Just continuing to stalk his man. Measuring him for that right hand. It's been landing around the shoulder area. And BWOGI, remember, conceding practically 5 kilograms against an opponent who is considerably taller as well. And remember, the boxing maxim is that a good big un will beat a good little un. And there is a considerable difference in size and weight between these two boxers. But BWOGI continuing to compete spiritedly and now letting his hands go in a furious combination is ASHALAEV. But BWOGI keeping his composure, ties his man up to prevent him from working. Leaping right hand landed on the bell by ASHALAEV in a contest which really came to life in that third round. Started in storming fashion by BWOGI, who landed 2 thunderous overhand rights. But then ASHALAEV turned orthodox, kept his composure, and he began to find a home for his punches, ending the round with a blistering combination. Some of the action from the third stanza. Two southpaw overhand lefts that scored for BWOGI at the start of the round, but then this is where ASHALAEV began to get back on top. Beautiful long right hand.
Seconds out.
Defense of BWOGI to the replay sequence, not showing the early round success of the man from Uganda, but make no mistake, he enjoyed plenty of it with those 2 cracking backhands. Into the second half of this middleweight contest we go. 3 rounds completed that have been competitive. Leaping left hand landed by BWOGI, who momentarily was an orthodox boxer. ASHALAEV very efficient with his movement. Bull rush of a forward motion from BWOGI. Claimed ASHALAEV around the neck and just prevented him from losing his balance. Five jabs without reply, and he's keeping it going. Now BWOGI's doing a good job repelling that jab. But while he's repelling it, of course, the hands that score the points and land the knockout blows, he was defending the trip hammer of a jab that was being feathered in by ASHALAEV. 2 spearing right crosses to the body from the Russian boxer, scored against the man from the Ugandan capital. Beautiful right hand around the left glove, and then a left hook got around the right glove of BWOGI from ASHALAEV, scoring with wonderful precision, showing good variety in his repertoire as well. So BWOGI just edging his way out of the corner, but not letting his hands go. Another right uppercut snakes in between his defenses. BWOGI looking to counter over the top as ASHALAEV conceding his advantages in height, dropping down to eye level of BWOGI, pulls him back into the corner post and looks to keep him pinned in the neutral corner before backing up and allowing BWOGI to work his way out of there. But new venture for ASHALAEV over the longer format. BWOGI, in his appearance at the Olympic Games, finished in 9th place in the 69 kilogram. Oh, that's a nice right hand lead from ASHALAEV, but he was a 9th place finisher, losing in the second preliminary round, a round of 16. BWOGI. And it was Georgia's Eftikan Madiev who eliminated him. Madiev would go on to be outpointed by Andrei Zamkovoy of Russia, the former world champion 2020 Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist. that games which took place a year later due to the ravages of the COVID pandemic. So that gives you an idea as to the quality of BWOGI, who is called for an illegal punch straying around the rear. Target area is the front of the man's body. And there's a gong sound to conclude round number 4.
Пятый раунд, начало, паузу поймай. Просто напрягай, просто напрягай. Дай вымахаться, лови.
Внезапно кидает.
Вымахаться дай, лови. Вымахаться дай, лови.
Внимание.
Паузу поймай чуть-чуть.
Some of the action from the third round. BWOGI sneaking underneath and scoring with a left hand to the body, where his feet were momentarily in the orthodox stance. Then here is a succession of jabs from ASHALAEV. BWOGI doing a good job defending them, blocking the shots with his gloves and forearms, but of course during that portion that meant that he wasn't in a position to score either. I think that's a round for ASHALAEV, although BWOGI was always in it.
Пятый раунд.
So round 5, 75kg middleweight action. Shadiri Musa BWOGI from the fantastic fighting nation of Uganda takes a right hand lead there from ASHALAEV. Big swing and a miss with an overhand left from BWOGI. Team in the 3-round format is ASHALAEV looking for success with the right hand and then perhaps just intimating to BWOGI that he's following through with his elbows. But the Ugandan 3-round boxing team, known as the Bombers, enjoyed success on the World Championship and Olympic stage over the years. So right jab to the body from BWOGI. Left hand, which followed out of the southpaw stance, was off the mark. How about that for a tidy uppercut? And then a rapier-like right cross from ASHALAEV. Looked for the left hook around the corner, but was partially blocked by the glove of BWOGI. But the force was still sufficient to knock BWOGI off balance. And again, even though this is a 75kg middleweight contest, BWOGI weighed in at 70.6 kilograms. So some 4.4 kilos under the 75kg limit as ASHALAEV backs him up, then scores with a straight right cross to the body, looking for the right hand over the top, but again it's repelled by the high-held gloves of BWOGI. Couldn't evade that one though. BWOGI and his opponent's feet just tangling. So it's ASHALAEV who's given the impression of controlling proceedings up there in terms of tempo and territory. Cluster of punches underneath and around the corner, punctuated by a right cross from ASHALAEV, who chose not to follow up. Just admired his work a little bit, but it was an eye-catching cluster, and even though BWOGI's defenses were able to block most of the punches, the final right hand did appear to get through. Right hand around the corner, landed twice in quick succession, make it 3 times from ASHALAEV, as BWOGI has to adjust his mouthpiece.
Заключительный, шестой раунд.
So BWOGI's corner taking every second of the 60 and then some. A bid to revive their man. Gong sounding again to get the sixth and final round underway in what has been a terrifically entertaining middleweight contest. Oh, that's a beautiful right cross, sending a shower of spray from the hair of Shadiri BWOGI. Just shook his head to say to the 22-year-old, well, you caught me with a shot, but I'm still here. You're going to have to do better than that to test my resolve. But again, veteran's move, just buying himself time with the left hand to the body, just spraying below the belt line onto the hip of the man from Russia. Right jab, left cross look for from BWOGI, but was inaccurate. And since round 3, ASHALAEV has spent the contest as an orthodox boxer. You just saw him running around and get back to center ring. BWOGI letting his hands go more frequently now with more bad intention behind his punches. There he has success to the body, being forced down by ASHALAEV. And you can see he's complaining to the referee about that infringement. And the referee on that in a flash, speaking to ASHALAEV about it. Nice movement with the head from BWOGI to cause that right hand to go over the top, but he's spoken to by the referee about his responsibility to keep his head up. Well, such was the momentum loaded into that right hook that BWOGI forced a touchdown on the canvas. He went for the home run with that lead right hand. Nice right hand scored by ASHALAEV, backing BWOGI up across the ring once again. Just above our commentary position here. BWOGI's back, sinking on the ropes. He's taking right hooks and then a cracking left hook followed by a right cross. And BWOGI just accepting the physical presence of ASHALAEV. And again, it was a gentleman's agreement that saw ASHALAEV back off, but look at that cluster of shots at mid-range as he's really looking to work over BWOGI to both head and body over in ASHALAEV's own corner. So 30 seconds remaining in this final round as BWOGI bobbing and weaving, and he takes another right cross from ASHALAEV. He's plenty tough, is Shadiri BWOGI, because it cannot be overstated the amount of weight that BWOGI is conceding in this middleweight contest. But it speaks to the man's determination, desire, and the confidence in his own ability that he's willing to take on far bigger challenges, this man who competes in the 69-kilogram welterweight division in the 3-round format of IBA boxing. Made it through to the final bell against Cherav ASHALAEV of Russia, but it was anything but a survival mission. But I think there's little doubt that it will be Cherav ASHALAEV who will have his hand raised as the victor. Nice to see that sportsmanship between the two men at the conclusion of 6 3-minute rounds. BWOGI had his moments, particularly in the 3rd round, which he started with 2 wonderful overhand lefts out of his southpaw stance, walking Cherav ASHALAEV right onto them. But in that round, that's when ASHALAEV switched to orthodox, and he began just to put more distance between himself and his opponent, utilizing wonderful variety in his arsenal, straight punches, bent arm hooks and uppercuts at short and mid-range. But there was a cracking right cross. And that's when BWOGI said, okay, acknowledged the fact that he was tagged, but also just letting ASHALAEV know. See the low blow landed from BWOGI. But when he took that right cross, just letting the 22-year-old know that you're going to have to do more than that to dampen my spirit. Terrific contest. I think ASHALAEV will be declared as a victor on points here. That was the grazing right hook with the momentum from BWOGI, caused him to touch down. Here's the closing stage of the contest. But ASHALAEV was able to pin his man either on or near to the ropes and have success with a good range of punches from his repertoire. So BWOGI just making some adjustments to his gown.
Итак, дамы и господа, мы готовы объявить решение, но прежде ваши аплодисменты обоим боксерам. И в этом бою, где мы увидели высочайшее исполнительское мастерство и настоящий мужской характер, единогласным решением судей победу по очкам одержал боксер из золотого угла Cherav ASHALAEV, Россия.
So Cherav ASHALAEV of Russia declared a victor on points over Shadiri BWOGI of Uganda. Wonderful spectacle over 6 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Cherav ASHALAEV making his greater height, range, reach, and indeed bulk tell.
Дамы и господа, восходящая звезда российского бокса Cherav ASHALAEV. Запомните это имя.